Hi, I'm Taylor Autin, and today I'm going to be discussing a little bit of my testimony and about the time that God sent my little sister, and she pretty much saved my life. So at the end of 5th grade, I found out I was going to be getting a little sister, and that meant that we were going to be 11 years apart, which is a pretty far age gap between us. So I started middle school, and that was pretty much kind of the start of some struggles I had. But I did start my relationship with Christ in middle school. I grew up in a Catholic home, so the church I went to, we never really raised our hands and worshipped in that kind of way. So when I went to chapel for the first time, it was kind of different, but I got to see God a new way. And then after a few chapels, I started to start a relationship with Him and grow in Christ. So by the time I got to 8th grade, I let my personal struggles kind of take over and push God away. I pushed God away, and I just kind of let life get in the way. So that was kind of the time when I started to see a difference in myself. Once I started freshman year toward the middle, and then I got really quiet. Came off as a really positive, happy person, but I was honestly miserable. I honestly didn't really want to be here anymore. Don't really like to talk about it, but at that time, my sister started to be able to talk, and I realized that she looked up to me a lot. So after a little while of me struggling a lot, and I still struggle to this day, but she flipped my life around completely. She made me realize that I need to stop looking at the negative in every day. Yes, I may have a bad day, but not everything was bad. There's at least one good thing that happened, and you have to focus on that. You can't just say you have a bad day. Yeah, you may have a tough day, but sometimes it's hard, but you still try to have to be positive through every situation. And that she made me grow in my relationship with Christ. I want to be able to have a strong relationship with Christ, so that when she's older, she can come to me about it and ask me questions, or I just want to be a good person for her to look up to, because she already looks up to me so much, and she is my favorite person in the whole world. She's the only person she's the reason I wake up in the morning. She's the one that puts a smile on my face, and I love her so much. And that's why I say, yes, we are 11 years apart, but God sent her at the most perfect time. If she would have came any earlier, I always say that, if she would have came any earlier or not come at all, I feel like something would have happened a long time ago with me. She definitely saved me in a way and made me the person who I am. She has changed me so much. I am a completely different person than I was when she was born, and she has changed me for the better for sure. So that's why I call her my little angel. And I chose the verse, Psalms 91:11, "For he shall give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways." Pretty much, she's my angel, and she keeps me in my positive ways and on my positive path, and she keeps me in the mindset of I'm a stronger person, and I have to be here for her, and I cannot not be here. You know what I mean? I'm here for a reason. May not know my purpose now, but my purpose right now is to be the best person I can be for her. And even though she's given me a little bit more stress and anxiety, she still means the world to me, and I thank God every single day for her. And she has made me so much stronger in my relationship with Christ, and just a stronger person at the end of the day. So just know that sometimes God sends people in your life in mysterious ways, but they can change your life. And even if you're going through some tough times right now, that's what's going to make you stronger. When you come out of those tough times, you are going to be the most strongest person you have ever been. And each one, you're just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And God works in the most mysterious ways, and you may not know it now, but you'll realize it one day. And it's an awesome feeling when you realize it. And yeah, I still struggle with things now, but she is definitely a way for me to keep positive. And so I hope that my testimony, my story has helped you a little bit. So thank you for listening, and
to see.
Hi, I'm Bella, and I have grown up in a household where we talk about God, and I've always gone to a school where I learn about Him and I can speak about Him whenever I want. But today I'm gonna be talking about a specific time in my life where I felt God just sent me a sign and where I felt He was with me in that moment. So a few years ago, me and my best friend Taylor we had just been really stressed about starting high school, and we were so worried about what was going to happen that year and just really focused on the future and not about the time we were in now. And so I had a dream one night, and this dream was just kind of strange. And so I called her and I told her about it, and we both caught chills and started to cry because it was just a really personal dream that was just such a weird experience. And she then started to read me her summer reading Bible verses that we had to do. And she read this one verse and it really stuck out to me. And it was Matthew 6:34, and it says, "Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." And it really stuck out to me because I had remembered writing it myself, and we had wrote it in the same spot. Out of all the verses we could have picked from, we both picked this one verse, and it was just strange to see that we had both picked it. But we knew in that moment that it was God sending us a sign and telling us not to worry about what was coming up in the next year and what bad stuff was going to happen, that we need to focus on what was happening now, because there's enough trouble and hardships happening now that we don't need to focus on what's going to happen in a year or the next few months. And it was honestly just a strange experience, but a strange experience that was amazing because we got to see God work in us and really show us how we need to live our lives, because He has a plan for us, and no matter how hard we want to, we don't know what that plan is.